Several developments from our nation's capital today. The impeachment inquiry. House Democrats have issued subpoenas to the acting White House budget director and defense secretary.
And more reaction tonight to the president's decision to pull U.S. troops out of northern Syria. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor has this.
Democratic lawmakers want documents from the Pentagon and Office of Management and Budget related to the decision to withhold congressionally appropriated military aid to Ukraine. But the president's supporters insist he was not withholding the aid in exchange for a Ukrainian investigation of Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Meantime, a second whistleblower has stepped forward with what the person's lawyer says is firsthand knowledge of key events. Attorney Mark Zaid, who represents both people, says the new whistleblower works in the intelligence field and has spoken to the intelligence community's internal watchdog. Also today, some Republican leaders are expressing alarm over the White House's decision to suddenly withdraw troops from northern Syria. American forces were seen leaving an area along Turkey's border this morning. President Trump declared U.S. troops would step aside for an expected Turkish attack on Kurds who have fought alongside Americans for years against ISIS. But the president says if Turkey goes too far,
they could suffer the wrath of an extremely decimated economy. And I've done it once.
The Department of Defense released a statement that reads in part, "We do not endorse a Turkish operation in northern Syria. The U.S. armed forces will not support or be involved in any such operation." Protesters worry that the U.S. is essentially abandoning Kurdish fighters. The White House says the sudden policy shift followed a Sunday telephone conversation between Mr. Trump and Turkey's president. Some of the president's supporters expressed concern. In a tweet, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham called the pullout, quote, "a disaster in the making."
The thing I believe, if you make a commitment and somebody is fighting with you, America should keep their word, right, as long as because you want other people with you.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says an early U.S. withdrawal would only benefit Russia, Iran, and Syrian President Bashar Assad. Nikki Haley, the president's former ambassador to the United Nations, tweeted, "The Kurds were instrumental in the successful fight against ISIS in Syria, and leaving them to die is a big mistake." Late this afternoon, the president, defending his decision, said there needs to be an end game. In the newsroom, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
All right, Alice, thank you.